इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome each one of you to our Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series. This is a digital representation of the brand for the day. Franchise India is a business consulting firm, and we have international and national brands catering from all industries and different verticals, starting from car to phone, clothing to cosmetic, lifestyle to home decor. And we truly claim that no one sells more business than us because we have helped thousands of investors in getting the right selection of the brand. We do not endorse any brand. This is just a presentation of the brand for the day. During the flow of the webinar, we'll first take the understanding about the brand, about the model they are offering in market. Then we'll take all your queries. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir, Sonia ma'am, and Venus ma'am. And during the course of the webinar, they'll be sharing their thought process, they'll be sharing their suggestions with each one of us. The brand of the day today is, Vinesh, can we go to next slide? Is Pizzeria Halt. And we invite Mr. Roy, will be talking about this brand. If I talk about Mr. Roy, he has an experience of 25 years in marketing and F&B, and he is the CEO and founder of Pizzeria Halt, a brand which is known for its premium quality, high quality veggie pizzas. Thank you so much, Mr. Roy, for joining in today. We are here ready with your presentation. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everybody. This is Sambit Roy from US. We have started this pizza business here for the health conscious people and for the patients, for the cancer patients, and those who like to have a healthy food and concerned about the heart problems, etc., and who cannot tolerate cheese or lactose intolerant.
Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and play the videos first, and then probably we can start with the presentation.
Yes, that makes sense. So Sambit, let Dheeraj play the videos. I guess that would be better.
Yeah.
Food. The People's Pizza Man, Alan Sanchez, is there with how you can stay plant-based even on game day. Are you ready to do this, Alan? I feel like that's going to be a challenge for you.
Yeah, I am ready to Well, that's the thing. It's like, how can that something? Ooh, it just came out of the oven. I love that. I mean, plant-based pizza, and you're thinking, okay, maybe some places have one or two different things that are on there, but this it's pretty much your entire menu.
Yeah, most of the menu we came up off the top of our head, just experimenting with most of all the new things we could do with the vegan pizzas, and we're really the first in the area to really come do
I've really never seen it before when it's just all plant-based right here in Modesto, right off of McHenry. I've only been open for a few weeks now, and I've been hearing a lot of good things. Your name?
My name's Melissa Munoz, and Alan actually opened on Monday. Monday was our first day we went live, so we're doing it kind of like a soft opening this week, and we go regular hours next week from 11 to 9.
Oh, nice. And you guys are having like a ribbon cutting ceremony.
Yes, we are on February 14th. We're super excited. Modesto Chamber of Commerce is going to be there, and so is the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, what do we have here?
This is the fajita pizza. It consists of our green chili sauce with our Beyond steak, peppers, and onions.
And then this one right here.
This one is our Chipotle chicken, and that is our Chipotle mayo with a creme fraiche and our house-made pico de gallo.
Okay, so
and everything's vegan on that.
Everything. Are you sure? Okay, okay. I'm gonna be trying this on air. Yes. All right. Here we go.
What do you like?
Oh my God!
Flavor, right?
Honestly, there's no way you could have told me that, which I'm sure you hear all the time, that something like that was gonna be vegan.
I know. I'm not a vegan. I eat meat and everything, and I love all the food here. It's amazing. All the flavor profiles come together in your mouth. It's like a big wow.
Oh my God, that is very good. And I see you guys have some local beers here. I see you guys the Dust Bowl.
We do have local beers. We have the Dust Bowl, and then we have the Mine Haze as well, and then we have the hard cider.
Napkin, because I'm like making a mess right now. This is so good. I shouldn't be waiting till right after. All right, that is very good.
Oh, you gotta try this cauliflower.
Oh, what is it?
My goodness, the cauliflower is amazing. You gotta try it. This is our version of like a chicken wing, but we did with cauliflower, and it's got a really good seasoning. Secret
that looks
season,
good. That looks
and then
so
it has
good.
buffalo to dip and ranch as well.
All right, this is gonna get messy, but I'm loving it. I mean, it's been picking up though, the plant-based.
It has. A lot of people are really enjoying the plant-based. You know, they're all going the keto diet, and they're doing healthy right now, and we've got everything that offers healthy and enjoying the taste and flavors. It's not like boring at cardboard or anything.
And you're the chef, so you put this together?
Yeah.
Permission to hug, because that is so good. That is so good. Check them out right here in Modesto.
They have no idea what they're about to experience. It's pizza time! Dig in. They always eat pizza with extra cheese and meat. Do you know this pizza has dairy-free cheese and meatless pepperoni? I'm always concerned about my family's health, but I also don't want to deprive them of delicious foods. Pizzeria Halt is the only healthy choice for my family.
Our pizza is heart healthy, lactose free, low calorie, and it's the perfect cancer fighting diet.
I love it. So delicious. Oh, have you heard about the new pizza place in town? It's called Pizzeria Halt. They make the most delicious vegan pizzas with dairy-free cheese, meatless pepperoni, and fresh veggies. It's so good. And good for your health, too.
I want another slice of pizza. It's so delicious.
Our pizza is heart healthy, lactose free, low calorie, and it's the perfect cancer fighting diet.
Yes, Sambit, we can go ahead with the presentation.
So this is the pizza place that we developed to bridge the gap between the health issues and the love for the pizza, and to make it more delicious for the people. These are the few pizzas that we make. This is our setup inside, and we are coming
Can't
up with.
see the presentation, Sambit. Can we have that presentation on, please?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes, you have to share your screen.
Sorry. Is it visible now?
Yeah, good to go.
Okay. So this is our pizza model, Pizzeria Hall model, and where we start. It's a replica of the place where we start, and so our concept is basically to bridge the gap between the pizza, love for pizza, and the health issues. So we have these pizzas we generally make with the appetizer. This is a place our restaurant is, and we are coming up with a couple of new places in San Jose and Mountain House nearby. So in India, we were thinking of keeping the price in between 650 or 2 packs. It should be in the range between the Domino's and Pizza Hut, somewhere in between. And we'll have the casual dining as well as first casual. We have a couple of models. And of course, the delivery sales will be there to go and just delivery system. So we are structuring our place with our own corporate subsidiary in India, and with central warehouse and direct stores, franchise store, and area franchisee, multi-franchisee, multi-unit franchisee, and the sub-franchisee under the area franchisee. So we are planning to cover under around 150 units by 2025, covering all the regions. And we are looking actually for the area around 600 square feet in India because of the shortage of the area. And our total investment will be like 45 lakh, out of which 5 lakh will be the franchisee fee and 40 lakh will be total cost, including the machineries and the rents and everything. We will have a master franchisee structure also, where they will be responsible to carry on the work and function of the brand owner. And our corporate subsidiary will be handling all the intellectual property, recipes, vendor development, menu innovations, team training, and centralized marketing. So this is slightly my presentation. If you have any question, you can put up.
Thank you so much, Sambit, for coming in, and thank you for a very quick presentation that you run us through. And I would kind of second, people are becoming today very, very health conscious and choosing their food accordingly, which is why health foods businesses today are becoming very attractive for customers than ever. And before we take on the Q&A, friends, I will also request if we can have your Q&As put in the box, which is a Q&A box that you see down. Is it more that we want to reach some presentation, Samit? Are these the slides that we want to cover?
No. If anybody have any questions regarding the slide, I'm open to it.
Sure, we can do that. And Venus, can I request if you wish to lead, and we'll maybe also take up some questions from the audience.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sonia, and of course your team who always does this every day. And thank you, Sambit. And again, I think it's important that when we talk about Pizza Halt, let's talk about Sambit's background. He, of course, is Indian origin and shifted to US a couple of years back, and sort of really realized that there's this need and demand for healthy but still good pizza product. And of course the brand's initiation has come from demand for cancer patients, but overall the brand competes with every other pizza brand in the community there, and it's a full-blown pizza brand. So I think Sambit, if you can, try and give a perspective, because all of us are hearing, these days, plant-based and healthy food. Now, but from a standpoint of a business, what kind of supply chain requirements are there, and do you think you will be able to do that in India? How does that kind of come around? Because everybody says that India is already a fairly large vegetarian nation, but we are not vegan. That's a good differentiation. So can you put some perspective on how when you are launching this brand, and we spoke, you're going to be having your own company here, and then kind of spreading the franchise network. But how would it work out, and how should people kind of really evaluate this pizza opportunity with the regular pizza, let's say any other pizza brand?
Well, first of all, our is complete vegetarian, our setup. There is no animal product in our setup. And we are not using any normal dairy cheese. We are using the plant-based cheese. And initially,
and what is a plant-based cheese? I think it'll be good for people to understand. What is a plant-based cheese?
Well, it is made from vegetables. It's generally made from vegetables, soya, all these things, tapioca. So there are sometimes it is some cashew nuts also is mixed. It depends on the variety of the cheese that we are mixing, but there is no milk in it. So even sometimes it is used, the potato starch is also used sometimes.
Okay. So for everybody's information, in Pizza Halt, the cheese, which is an important part of the pizza business, it will be cheese. Either it will be almond, nut cheese, or soya cheese. So it will be totally plant-based. That's the difference. Yeah.
Right. And there is no the fat element that is existing in the milk or in the dairy cheese. The fat, the stickiness, that is not there. And when you have the pizza, when somebody have the pizza, which is plant-based cheese, they don't feel heavy. If you have a cheese-based pizza, which is normal cheese, you feel heavier after 2-3 slices because you cannot digest it. But our pizza is so easily digestible that anybody can, even a kid can digest a full pizza. So without any, having indigestion or anything like that, you won't feel heavy. Even the sports people, they like it, enjoy it because they feel lighter after having our pizza. So this is our advantage. And basically, we try to make the entire vegetarian concept more delicious. Even we are coming up with a fake meat that is substitute of the meat, but it is also made from the plant, like plant vegetables like soya, again, soya, tofu. These are the main ingredients for making the chicken and the meatball, which is also plant-based. And
Now, how what that does to your food cost? Because in you even though you are a vegan brand, you are a QSR, a quick service restaurant brand,
mhm,
uh, focused on delivery. Pizza is majority delivery business, almost across the world. So with having this and any pizza brand which comes in any country, and let's say India in this case, would be tapping into an existing supply chain which is available, right? Which makes
mhm,
them competitive on the food cost side. Now, in your
mhm,
case, with this, different sort of ingredients, which where you have to have your own cheese. I think you are also talking about gluten-free flour. Now,
mhm.
I mean, how you're able to kind of, put together the food cost in this case? How much is different from, let's say, a regular pizza brand?
Well, we are little bit on upscale. Like, we are not like uh, in a low price category. We don't fall into the low price category because of the cheese part, which is a little bit on expensive side, and it's imported. And of course, it is expensive in the US also, like when we compare to the normal cheese, because normal cheese is quite cheaper than us. So of course, little bit price difference will be there compared to the normal pizza outlets that is available. So, but we are trying to set up our own manufacturing unit in India for the cheese itself,
Okay.
particularly, and we are having a discussion on that, so that if we can start up our own manufacturing unit for the cheese, it will be much lower, and maybe we can compete with the major brands in that area. But still, we try to control the price, and we will be falling in the category of Domino's and Pizza Hut. Like, two-person can have a diet of within 650 range right now. But we are working on it so that we can cut the cost down more than that.
Sure, sure. That makes sense, and I think this is for every anybody who would enter India. The food cost, once you start producing in India, the product can be rationalized. And for everybody's knowledge, Sambit is setting up his own company, and he's building the supply chain part as well for the business, considering that he wants to make India as his largest market. And so those factors are also important to share, because I think he has a very large market in America to expand, but he took India while he's just sort of starting the scalability of his business, because one, of course, he's Indian origin. Two, he sees the opportunity, and three, India can be right now we still don't have products and brands like this coming in. Okay. Any questions, Sonia, we have?
Sure. Friends, we'll take up some questions. I've seen some questions coming from you, and then Sambit will go back on maybe the business model. As far as maybe the industry is concerned, the pizza market in India has grown, and I think this should be close to about 1.5 billion dollars today. And India is also amongst the leading global markets after US, Brazil, Russia, and Domino's, which is a leading chain in the country, again an American chain, and India for them is the second largest, biggest market. So there are no two views about the opportunity and the size I would say the country would offer. And I would like to take, some questions, Sambit, which is first and foremost, I was taking a note of some of the queries which have come from the audience. And if we can start first and foremost with the business model itself. So we've talked about two business model. One is 45 lakhs of investment for a unit where the franchise fees is 5 lakhs. And you also mentioned an opportunity for a master franchise model. If we can go a little bit detailed on understanding the kind of fee for a master franchisee, and is that a city-based model that we would consider, or are we also looking at a bigger partnership? That is my first and foremost question. And then I would like to also maybe go back and dice down on the business model, your operations, cost, and some other elements which you like to cover.
Well, we first and foremost, we are targeting for the multi-unit franchisee rather than the master franchisee. And and the master franchisee, we are like, looking for a bigger partnerships if it is possible. Um, but because there are a lot of responsibilities in dealing our brand, which we try to handle ourselves so that we can do justice to the franchises themselves. I mean, to our franchises down the line. So basically, for the franchisee, as I said, mentioned that 45 lakh is the total investment, out of which 5 lakh is the franchisee fee, and balance 40 lakh is for the infrastructure, machineries, running cost, everything is included there. And so we are also trying to logistically, we are also trying to organize. Um, just I'll share one. This one. Okay. So is it, can it be seen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So here, what we are trying to operate is from our subsidiary, we are trying to organize the central warehouse in different areas. And through this central warehouse, we are trying to handle the other, um, the franchisee stores so that they get proper support. In case we don't come up with the master franchisee, we can operate through the central warehouse where we can directly supervise the operation of the franchisee stores. Because we believe in the quality of the food and we don't want to take any chance to degrade our quality in any way. And so for constant vigilance over the quality, we are trying to do this way, and for the supply also. So this is our mode of operation, and that is what we planned right now. And I believe you have more questions coming up.
So maybe I'll just, yeah, we'll take some more questions, Samit, and just to maybe reiterate, friends, so this company only has a subsidiary in India, and they would be operating and supporting all their partners, multi-unit and unit franchisees through that subsidiary. And further, they would be opening the central warehouse for all the supply chain, which the company would manage through the subsidiary which they're opening. Samit, I'll also take up some questions, with respect to the return on the investment, and typically, the operating cost of running maybe a unit, so to say. So unit, which means a single outlet, typically what are the costs which are involved? While I think Venus did cover on the food cost, which is there. If you can maybe reflect upon the average cost on the food, the kind of rentals, and very important part is also training of the staff. How would that be met? Is that also through a subsidiary, or there would be any training which will happen in US at the existing stores of your?
No, all training will be done from the subsidiary itself. So the subsidiary, they will be trained by the US company, and the subsidiary will be having their sufficient team, the manpower to train the franchisee. So it is all decentralized.
Okay.
And again, the central point will also have the skilled person. Central warehouse will also have the skilled person. In case the support is needed for the franchisee, there will be sufficient support provided from the central warehouse too.
Sure.
Can I come in, Sonia? Can I just comment on it?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So there, I can see a lot of people, asking this question. I think I also have question, and I've eaten both. I love cheese, but as Sambit mentioned, and we all know that cheese can be very heavy. And I've eaten vegan cheese as well. So I think the question is, is it as tasty as the real thing, Sambit? I think people want to know that. I believe that there is a difference in taste, and there should be, like, when we used to eat white bread and now we only eat brown bread. We used to eat saturated fat, and now we eat unsaturated fat. So there is always be difference in flavor profile. But I think overall, if you kind of go back 20-30 years back in terms of eating patterns, they are moving right now. I think our food, especially if I can say, in India, it's very carb heavy, right? And
Mhm.
pizza is one of those. So I believe that there is a difference in taste, but the health benefits and and what it does to your body kind of makes up for it. Somebody can comment how different is the flavor profile.
See, when I will talk about my customers, they don't feel the difference. They feel, I mean, the only difference you will feel that the stickiness. You will not get that stickiness that you get in the normal cheese, which of course everybody don't like the stickiness of it, and which we don't have. We rather like or plant-based cheese do not have that stickiness, but overall you will not get the difference between the normal cheese and this cheese. You will have all the same flavor, but in a healthy tone. So that is like even those people who are generally having pizza, those who love pizza and going to other places, they love to have pizza in our place. And once they get to used to our pizza, they don't go back to other pizza places. So that is how even although we are vegan and vegetarian, we try to make it so interesting for the people. Even here we have observed those who are meat eater, they are enjoying our pizza as such. And
That's interesting.
I mean, I have shown that's one demo. I mean, one uh, one presentation was there where the anchor was saying, see, we did not invite the TV channel. They came from themselves. Once they came to know about us, they came from their side and they promoted the thing. So they enjoyed. They are all meat eater and they enjoyed. They You don't find like how they enjoyed our food. So the taste wise, we will say that our taste is much better than going to the cheese base or any other pizza.
Great. And Sonia, you are vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you would be one of the customers.
I
The
think
reason to
also maybe,
I'll
yeah.
just interrupt and tell you one thing, like why we started in the for the cancer patient is the cancer patient are always told to have the vegetarian or plant-based diet. They cannot go for non-plant-based diet. So, but it's a plant-based diet sometimes become boring. The vegetarian diet become boring sometimes for a lot of people when they are meat eater and they are asked to go plant-based diet because of the cancer. So we try to make that pizza interesting for them so that they can enjoy that plant-based diet in a much more better way.
Samit, if I can also maybe ask, because you'll be entering India for the very first time, and also, this is something which every partner or prospective franchisee would like to know. What would be your initial, support mechanism for a franchisee, which means at the time of launch, and also the ongoing support which he would get from the company?
There is a cost sharing in the promotional activities, of course, and we'll focus on the TV channels, the local commercials will be there, as well as social media will be there. And of course, like, the news coverage, the news print media will cover everything to support the local franchises.
Okay, and I think digital will make a lot of sense because we are in a digital era. A lot of marketing today is happening, and especially for everyone who's here, the marketing whenever a launch happens, it makes more sense to do local store marketing rather than maybe go national. And maybe at a time when the brand has economies of scale and has a bigger footprint, that's where I would say TV commercials make sense, and because that's what the company is doing in US because they have substantial, I would say, economies of scale. They've been running their outlets in India. At the time of launch, the company will work with you to design maybe communication and participate in the expenses at the time of the launch. That being that, Samit, and how about I would say the support in terms of the designs of the outlet and other elements, equipment, all that would be imported, or we already have vendors in India through which the entire supply for equipment's design, all that would be met.
Every company in US have their branch in India, and we have tie up with that company, and they are making the product available for the Indian franchisee in India. So we have a special kind of oven which nobody is having compared to, I mean, even if you see any other competitor, nobody is having that kind of oven, and which is special of its kind. So which is specially imported for us in India, um, and which is a cost saver also. Like so, those items we have already organized. Those things are already available in India, and we are working on it. More other stuffs like, but only part is apart from equipment. Um, I mean, the equipments and other things are all available in India right now, and so we don't have any worry for that.
Right. And also there are big Horeca suppliers, which are suppliers to all the big restaurant chains, hotel chains. So I'm sure you would tie up with them. And these are big players who supply to almost every big, I would say, chain in the country. That's where the entire supply chain would also be supported by. Samit, my other question was with respect to the important markets that you wish to enter. So I'm sure you must have done some study on the important markets you want to enter, because we do have inquiries from cities like even Hyderabad, and in India vegetarian, Gujarat is a very big vegetarian market. Even the international chains which came to the country, they customized their menu, made it vegetarian for that market. So Ahmedabad is a very big pizza market as well. So are there any important locations which you have segregated which can be priority for you to enter? And I feel multi-unit outlet would also make a lot of sense instead of a master franchisee, because typically any international needs a master franchisee who can take care of the ongoing support and maybe training of the franchisee and maybe take care of the supply chain. And because the company already has the subsidiary in India through which all that would be met, so they want to focus more on maybe unit franchisee or maybe a multi-unit franchisee, which is what maybe a partner can leverage. So Sabit, again, coming back, which are the important markets that you think there's a demand, or while we would look at a pan India play, but any important phase-wise expansion at this point
Yeah,
in time that you want to tell our?
as you mentioned, Gujarat is there. Gujarat, Mumbai, Delhi, and Chennai, and South India. So these few places that we are highlighting right now, focusing on the
If
western side, northern side, and the southern side that we are focusing.
I'll just add in there, Sonia, and I think that's a very good question. When we were doing this research for the project, we also feel that the brand would also do very well in corporate hubs. Now, every big corporate hub in, especially when we talk about the main cities, have what we call the food courts. And the pizza brand is generally for every lunch you're calling a pizza. So the healthy option in pizza is just not available. Generally, whenever they would want to eat healthy, they would go to Subway, like which is a non-fried brand. So what we realized was that yes, this would do great in malls, but it would also be a great brand to in the mix with corporate, where the brands have big corporate business, because people would want to eat a healthy or easy on the stomach lunch, and that can drive the market.
Sure. I agree to that. And Sabit, do we already have a menu that we have, formalized for the country, or if you can maybe, have maybe an access to a menu that we do globally, or maybe in the markets that you're currently present in US? Is there a menu that we can maybe lay our hands on and we can showcase to the viewers also? And if you can also explain which are the items in the menu, and also the price points that you're considering for Indian market.
Menu, it's not in hand right.
If you don't have the menu, Sambit, you can, I think, share the feedback on that.
Okay, I'll just share the menu right now. This is a little bit older menu. It's not the new one. It's a new one is changed. Price change is there. Um, so this price this will not be the same price range, of course, there, because the labor cost is so high here. It's $15 an hour. So cost is literally higher. But of course, if we compare to other pizza places, we are again falling under the medium category, but medium to higher. So I like we have some specialty pizzas like
Sambit,
um,
you need to share your screen if you want to show the menu. You have to
oh, okay,
click on
okay.
your
So,
share
so,
screen again and click on that
okay,
file.
wait. Can you see? Is it visible?
Now you need to click again on the share screen and choose that file. But Sonia, answering your question, in the US, their average pricing is about $15. That comes around almost 1,000 rupees for a good mid-size pizza. In India, it would be about 20% reduced, 25% reduced.
All right. And I could see some of your website, Samit. If you allow me, maybe I can share the screen if that's what you want to maybe showcase. Or if you have an access, you can too. Maybe I'll place what I have, and if you would want to quickly run through the same, this is what I could find on your website. It's on the top of this.
Yes, yes. You can see in the website, of course.
Yeah.
You can go to the pizza and you can see all the details also in that case.
Sure. This, appetizers, pizzas, and beverages is where the entire section of menu has been divided in. So,
Mhm.
if you want to take through the menu quickly, the options that we have is the offering that we have for the audience.
This is a curry chicken pizza. It's an Indian fusion. This is chicken pesto. That is, it's with a pesto sauce. We make all the sauce in-house. So we don't buy the sauce. We make in-house sauce. And that is our specialty again. Starting from the dough to the sauce, we make ourselves. So compared to other competitors, those who have centralized dough making and they use the ready dough, the ready crust, we make our own dough from the scratch every day from the flour. So even in our unit also, wherever it is open, we'll start from the scratch. And that is the freshness that the people will get, the freshness of the dough and the sauce. So chicken pesto is one, barbecue chicken pesto pizza is another one. We make the barbecue sauce at in-house. So these are few American style like Hardy Boys, but we will have our adaptation as per Indian style because maybe Hardy Boys people will not like, and buffalo chicken even I don't like what the people will like. So it's a different sauce altogether. It's a different kind of buffalo sauce. A lot of Indian people don't like the buffalo sauce, so we'll adapt to this in India. Cowboy pizza is my favorite. It's really delicious with the meatballs marinated with barbecue sauce. It's really wonderful. And you have heard of the pepperoni. We have come up with the vegan pepperoni as well. Pepperoni pizza. And the spicy green is with the vegetables and different sauce on that. And artichoke is a different kind of things which is available here. It's a sort of vegetable which is also one of the delicious and high selling here.
And we have the same offering in the larger size also. So we have the same offering.
We have,
Personally,
yes, we have a standard. We have different sizes. We don't experiment too much. We have very specific and standard. We follow some orthodox system so that our quality is not compromised, and we get the uniformity everywhere.
Helpful. Thanks, Shambit. And I'll take maybe one more question, and if Venus has more questions, maybe and we can go through maybe the audience also queries. I'd like to know, how much time is required for somebody to set up and start the operations? From the day they finalize and finalize the location, what is
Mhm.
the period, which is required from the outlet finalization to the launch of the outlet?
It depends entirely on the construction process. During COVID, I don't know, I mean, what should be the time period for construction, maybe 2 months or 3 months. But overall, if you minus the construction period, it will not take much time, maximum 2 months to set up the main thing is the construction period, the interior part of it. Apart from that, it will maximum take 2 to 3 months for getting everything settled up.
All right, helpful. And you will have your teams who would support during the entire 2 months process. And Venus, if you have any questions you would want to take from the audience, I think we've covered. And we do have some of our viewers who's asking for a number. And friends, what we could do is we'll take time from Mr. Sambit Roy sometime maybe in the middle of the next week, where Venus and her team would lead the entire discussion. And I would also request, we have shared our number in the chat box, and I will also request Venus if she would like to share any number and email ID for the teams where all of you can reach out to. And would also be helpful if you can mention your location, city, and if you're looking for a unit or a multi-unit franchisee would be helpful. And also we will be able to communicate, share the entire presentation, financials in details. We could not do that in depth during this presentation. But I think our teams would be in a position to share one-on-one with all of you the entire working that we have done. And Arvindji, you are asking when are we launching in India? The company is looking for partners. So they've already come in India through a subsidiary. They've opened a subsidiary in the country, and that subsidiary would then further support area franchisees or multi-unit franchisees. We put our numbers also, and you may reach out on this number. And Venus, if you have any questions you want to take up at your end or anything from the audience, please go ahead
No, I
and
think
do that.
overall,
And we can then finally close the summit.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sonia, as always. I think there was some sort of number of questions regarding ROI. The way we have built the model, if the location is right, and location is very important in this model, because it should ideally be in a high traffic and an urban location, then overall you should be able to match what we typically match in other retail models, anywhere from a 18-month to 24-month period. But we can talk those details. But my understanding is that what we are looking for and what Samvit is looking for right now is early believers, people who understand that this category is something positive and good to invest in. One, two, it is going to go up, and three, that they want to work with a brand which provides a quality product in a very, very competitive market. So we need those early believers. Location is very important, and Sambit, even though he lives in America, has committed himself for India, setting up his own company here, because he kind of believes that India is going to be big, and I totally join him in that. So we need that, and you have our details. Reach out to us if you want to have a chat. Thank you so much, Sambit. You want to add anything?
And no, we have a lot of schemes coming up for the franchises also. Like once we start manufacturing the cheese, we'll be coming up with other manufacturing also, which the vegan item, which can be sold from the franchisee as well. So those plannings we have in the down the line, because vegan is a different concept altogether in India. And probably this will be more profitable options for the franchises down the line. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Sapnit. And before we close, I will request friends kindly reach out to us. We'd like to fix maybe a detailed discussion. A lot of you are asking on information with respect to the launches, market, and ongoing support, and maybe the first launch that would happen in the Indian market. And all this would require maybe a long session with each one of you based on the markets that you are from. And also because Sambat is based out of America, we like to see maybe the timings. And I will request again, maybe Venus and her team to kindly lead the discussion from here. And our teams will also reach out to you with our information, email IDs have been put in the chat box. Please take a note of that. And we'll send you the entire presentation. And also there's a recorded session of this presentation, which is there on the Facebook page of Franchiseindia, which you can share and also go through once again if you wish to. And I'd like to thank you once again, Submit, for joining in, and all our friends who took their time to come and be available for us. Thank you so much, Submit. Thank you, Venus. And
Thank you.
Ashna, can I request you to kindly lead the closing remarks, please?
Sure. So thank you so much, Mr. Roy, for joining in today. We can definitely say good night, take care, because it's because of the time difference. Thank you so much, Venus. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, for joining in today. All the dear participants, please do reach out to us for this particular brand. If you want to have information, you can reach out to us at the information given in your chat box. However, for any other business related query, you can reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 97176-83838. We request each one of you to save this number in your phone book, because we are flashing different messages as well as the information through broadcast messages. You can also join us at the different social handles, information on your screen. All the suggestions, feedback from your side will definitely help us in improving our process, and we promise to give you the best of the services. Please join us at the Submit. They are recorded. The recorded versions is available at the Facebook page. You can also join and connect with Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs. Information on your screen. And tomorrow, under 263rd edition of Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series, we invite you to join us for retail opportunity. That's the opportunity we are bringing for you. Uniro is the brand we are launching tomorrow. So please do registration today so that you can join us sharp 12 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, friends, for joining in.